Our work in this project is essentially about two things. First of all, we want to make predictions and different scenarios for end-of-life treatment for blades with these new materials that we're developing. We do this because we know that products, technology, and new materials aren't always used the way we want or hope them to be used. And secondly, by understanding the system for end-of-life treatment and its logic, we can also provide input into the further development of these materials and their products.
In Blades 2.0, Aitiip is implementing the sustainability life cycle studies. The objective is to quantify the environmental, economic, and social impact associated to the new products and innovation that we have in the project, considering the life cycle approach. That means from the raw material extraction to the end of life.
We know recycling is good, but my job is to model end-of-life pathways. Is recycling always better, or does the model sometimes show that the transport and energy used don't outweigh benefits?
In most of the cases, the recycling is a massive win. But there are specific cases where it's true that the recycling could be not the best option. Recycling avoids the use of new materials, new raw materials, and in general, the energy and the material consumption associated to the recycling treatment, it is notably lower than those associated to the extraction and production from new raw materials. So in these cases, the recycling is better, especially for those materials like aluminium, metals, and in these cases, plastics. Of course, the waste transportation is a handicap, or could be a handicap, because it's a factor that can reduce the benefits obtained from the recycling process. But this is only for very long distances. That is not the typical scenarios. So, additionally, transportation is also a stage that is already existing in other end-of-life scenarios. So you have to consider also. So, in general, recycling is a very good pathway for the end-of-life of the materials. From my life cycle assessment, to be accurate, I need your models. What is the most difficult thing to predict about how a blade will be recycled 20 years from now?
I think that the most difficult thing to predict about how a blade will be recycled in 20 years is the actual time. So much things can happen in 20 years' time. But if I was to single out one single factor that I think contributes a lot to the uncertainty right now, it's the policy landscape, because we're on the cusp of a paradigm shift for end-of-life materials recycling, but we don't know if it will follow through, because society priorities are shifting slightly and the sustainability agenda is being questioned in different places. And I think that's perhaps the biggest uncertainty when we try to estimate things 20 years ahead of time.